So roughly how much money do you need to start your hotspot? That's what we're answering today. What's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Linus, and of course we are continuing our series on how to make money selling internet. Now today I just want to answer one very asked question. You guys do tend to ask this a lot, especially in the emails or in the comment section, and the normal question I keep getting is, how much do I need to start my hotspot? It's a very common question because I know many of you are ready to dive into the business, but I just want to know how much you need to reserve as capital in order for you to kick off. Now, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the nitty-gritties of this particular thing. So, number one is you're going to have to spend on your internet. Now, we did talk about internet a lot in the video, how to choose internet provider. So, in this particular case, let's just pick one. Let's say the average seems to be anywhere from 75,000 Uganda shillings to about 200 Uganda shillings. So, let's pick a middle spot. So, for internet, let's put down 160,000 Uganda shillings. If you're in Uganda, that 160, there's so many providers that will give you a good package of about up to 30 Mbps, up to 40 Mbps within that price range. So that is a sweet spot over there. So that takes over the internet. Next, you're going to need the router. In this particular case, that's a Mikrotik router. We spoke about the Mikrotik routers in the previous video, where we talked about, the different equipment that you'd need for your hotspot. So in this particular case, Mikrotik router, we're going to buy one at 250,000 Uganda shillings. A Mikrotik router, 250,000 Uganda shillings. If you don't know, quick brief on what the Mikrotik does. The Mikrotik router is what is going to authenticate your users. As soon as they connect to your network, it's going to give them a login page, and it's also going to help you generate, the cards that you're going to be selling. That's a quick brief. If you want to learn more about it, check out the previous video where we talked about the different pieces of equipment. Next, you're going to need an access point. Now, the access point could be something like this over here, could be something bigger, something more complex. But since you're just beginning and you're like testing the waters, you want to see how things are going, we're going to go with this particular model. This is the TP-Link EAP110. So the TP-Link EAP110 here in Uganda, Kampala, they're on sale anywhere between 150 to 180,000 Uganda shillings. That is their range. So let's pick a middle spot. Let's say 160,000 Uganda shillings. So far we have covered, we have our internet connected. By the way, choosing internet, make sure the service provider doesn't bill extra for installation. There's some who do that. It's just shady. Anyways, so you've paid for your internet 160, you've paid for the Mikrotik 250, you've paid for the access point, which is 160. That I think is in terms of bulk hardware that you need. Next, you're going to need some bit of cabling, because hey, these things are not going to plug themselves. They have ports where wires are supposed to enter from one point to another. So you're going to need some cabling. If you're connecting to many places, I'd recommend you buy the whole roll of cable. But if you're not going to be connecting many places, just let's say your first access point setup, you're trying to do your first hotspot and you don't want to dive into a lot of cable, then you can just buy it in meters. Now, people vary depending on the type of cable. There's indoor, there's outdoor cable, there's Cat 5, there's Cat 6, all these different types of cable. But you can buy the all-rounder, buy Cat 6 outdoor. It's normally black in color. That one will serve both in and out. And in any case, this is an outdoor access point. So you're going to want is to be outside. You need a cable that can handle the elements. So in this particular case, we're not going to buy the whole roll, just buy a couple of meters. Now, in Kampala here, the price for the meters for cable does vary. Some places sell it at 5,000 a meter. Some places sell it at 10,000 shillings a meter. Some people sell it at 15,000 shillings a meter. So it varies. But in order to just get a sweet spot, let's say we're going to spend 50,000 Uganda shillings on cables. Yeah, right. So now, these cables have got to have ends, different plug connectors that plug into the switch, that plug into your access point, that plug into different places. Those are called RJ45s. RJ45s, instead of buying the whole pack or tin, we're just going to buy a couple of pieces. Now, some of these people sell at 500 shillings each. Some of them sell at 1,000 shillings each. So we're just going to buy those for 10,000 Uganda shillings just to get it there. Now, some shops where you buy the cable from will be gracious enough to help you terminate the cables. Yeah. If you don't know, if you don't have the tool, that is the best way. You talk to them to help you terminate the cables based on the length that you need. If you have the crimping tool, the tool that they use to terminate those cables, then you can as well do it at home. The color combination is something actually not that hard. It's easy and it's always anywhere online over there, so you can never get lost with that. So we have our cables, we have our ends, cable ends to the RJ45s. Now you're going to need, for cable management purposes, you need some zip ties. Yes, this will help you secure, the cabling and all that. So a couple of zip ties. Let's also spend some 10,000 Uganda shillings on that. So just quick recap: we have our internet, we have our Mikrotik access point, we have our cabling, we have our cable ties, and we have the RJ45s. Yeah. For a basic startup, you're just starting your hotspot. This is all you will need to kick off. This is all you will need to kick off. Of course, you can always add other things like backup power, maybe a UPS, so that when power goes off, your link is still running. There are many other bells and whistles you can add. You can add extra antennas to do a mesh network. You can add a bigger antenna than this one to get better coverage and all these other things. But for the start, the bare minimum, you're on a tight budget and you just want to sample and see these are the these are the minimal things that you will need to get started. So let's total all of this up together. So we have our internet at 160, plus our Mikrotik at 250, plus our access point at 160, plus our cabling at 50, plus our cable ties at 10, plus our RJ45s at 10. This sums us up at 640,000 Uganda shillings. 640,000 Uganda shillings, or you can convert to whatever country you're in. Just go to Google Uganda shillings to that particular currency and see how much that is in your native country you're watching me from. Now, some of these prices do vary. They're not cast in stone. You might get certain things cheaper than what I have stated. You might get something slightly higher than what I have stated. But for a middle price point, something that cuts across all of them, this is all you need. So if you have your 640,000 saved up somewhere, 640,000 Uganda shillings saved up somewhere, you can start your hotspot business at a minimum level, like the lowest entry point into the business. So there you have it. I hope I've answered your question of how much do you need to kick off your hotspot business. Maybe the last thing that is very required before you kick off is give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. That is very, very, very important, and that one is for free over there. Of course, we're here giving you all this information for free, which very many people do like gatekeeping, but hey, I built this channel to share information as much as I can. So if I get to know about something, I definitely come here and share it with you. So remember to give us a thumbs up, drop a comment, and also subscribe to the channel. Share the video with your friends who are interested in kicking off this business, and of course, keep those comments, keep those questions coming. I believe I've answered as many as possible, those that have come through my email, techselectug@gmail.com, or even those that have just been dropped in the comment section. I do always try to reply all my comments. Whatever needs a video, I come out and I create a video for you. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Linus, and I shall see you in the next video on this particular series, of course, as we dive more and share more information about the hotspot business. But until then, see you and bye-bye.